Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon to our guests in the US. I am Antonia Kudijk, in charge of meetings and conventions at the Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions in New York. And today we are broadcasting from Royal FloraHolland. I also would like to say hello to our partners and of course to Kim and Ruben, who will play a major role today during this hour. And not in the least to Auke Heijns, who is our contact at Royal FloraHolland. And Auke, we thank you so much for hosting us today. This will be an hour to disconnect from the daily grind.
Thank you, Antonia, from our New York office over to Meer, the Netherlands, where we are at the office of Royal FloraHolland. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to introduce our partners, our Dutch partners, which are present with us this evening. We'll do this rather quickly because we have a full program. So I'll start off with Catherine Calamidas from Rotterdam Partners. Catherine, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
Great, thank you. Monique André de Laporte from Utrecht Convention Bureau.
Hello everybody, nice to meet you.
Hello Monique. Hello Stephanie van Ginderen from Postillon Hotels.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Matthijs Takema from RAI Amsterdam.
Yes, hello everyone.
How are you?
Nice to see you all.
Okay. Bart Antonissen from Amsterdam Convention Bureau.
Good evening, good afternoon everyone. Hello.
Tadea Pivic-Kudizer from The Hague Convention Bureau.
Hi everyone, good to see you.
And last but not least, I'm not sure whether he checked in already, Jack Earlis from Air France KLM.
Hi everybody, welcome.
Ah, there you are, good. So, let me explain the rules of the game first to you, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep logged in to Zoom at all times and keep your camera on, except at the times when we do the pampering sessions, if you choose to do so. All will be muted and unmute when asked to speak, of course. Raise your virtual hand or your real hand if you need any help or have questions. If you have questions, use the chat node. I will see your questions here in the screen in front of me. So, let me start off with a quick introduction. And the meetings industry is on hold. And however, staying connected is very, very valuable, and even more in uncertain times. And given that fact, the Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions wants to somehow give back to the industry and our friends by allowing you to unplug and to disconnect literally from the daily grind. There will be no emphasis on practical supplier details. Our partners are present here to share some personal information if you wish to do so. But the main purpose of this evening or this afternoon of coming together is to connect informally and just to have a relaxing 1 hour. We hope that you can find some comfort in Dutch flowers, innovation and some meditation during this masterclass. And to start off, we will be experiencing a meditation session. I've never heard of it, but I have someone here at me at the table. It's called Box Breathing by Ruben Oude Rikmanspoel. A beautiful last name, I believe. Ruben is breathing coach, and you are from the Air Academy. Ruben, tell me something what we are about to do here.
Yes, thank you for your introduction. So my name is Ruben. I'm a breathing coach and also a Wim Hof method instructor. And I will guide you to box breathing. And box breathing is a way to get you really into the flow, into the in the mode where you're best able to perform or best able to connect with each other. And at the end of the session, I will guide everybody in a guided meditation, a Wim Hof method breathing session. But we will start first before I'm going to explain with a short check-in for everyone. And during that check-in, I will count the time from 1 minute, and you will be actively observing your breath. And I will ask you to check how many inhales you do during that minute. So count your inhales.
Okay.
So I also invite you to join, and everybody here in the room. I will have the time.
Active audience participation.
Yes.
All right. Let's start.
Let's start in 5 seconds. Close your eyes already. 3, 2, 1, and start. And stop. So please share how many times you inhaled during that session, and maybe you also observed some other things about your breath. Share it in the chat so we can see it. And how many times you breathe a minute says a lot about your state of your body and state of your mind. So some people will probably react. I'm not sure, like if there's already coming counts in 10, 11. 15, yes. Some people, they have 5 or 4 breaths a minute. Some people will say they counted 20. And that says a lot about your state of mind. So when you're 4, you're very relaxed. You're in the parasympathetic nerve system, and you're in your body is digesting. Your immune system is working. When you're in the 15 or 20, and you're higher, your heart rate is higher, and you're more in the stress mode. And stress is not something bad. Stress is actually very good because you're focused and you're very energetic at that moment. It's about the balance, and breathing is the perfect way to get in that balance. The next exercise we're going to do is box breathing. And the idea of box breathing is that you are in between those 2 states. So you're not stressed, you're not in the fight or flight, because then you're acting more out of your subconscious. You're not too relaxed, because otherwise you will fall asleep, and you're in that flow state. And the exercise is actually very easy, because you can visualize a box in front of you, and every side of the box is a part of your breathing exercise. You inhale for 4 seconds, then you stop for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, stop for 4 seconds, inhale, and you go all around. And every time when you lose it, because sometimes your mind is wandering off, you can go back to that square. And for this time I will also count, so you can just close your eyes and follow my instructions. And we're going to do that for about 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yes, and after that you will be in the perfect flow to follow the rest of the presentation.
Okay. Well, I do hope that the audience is not planning on falling asleep or fly away. So let's do the exercise.
Great,
okay?
Great. It's impossible to fall asleep during this session.
Well, I won't fall asleep,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, so slowly close your eyes.
Okay.
Sit straight, back straight, and go with your attention to your breath. It's good to release the stress of your shoulders, so lower your shoulders. Go to nose breathing. Go to belly breathing, so try to breathe in your belly. If that's not working, you can also use your chest. And we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, stop, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. And slowly go to your normal breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the state of your body. Then open your eyes again. And you're ready to rumble. Enjoy.
It feels rather strange with all those studio lights here.
Yes,
so
for you.
that's the hard part. Thank you for this first exercise. Fantastic.
Welcome.
And we'll have a chat later on. Moving on to our host here at Royal FloraHolland, Auke Heijns. Auke, I must admit I never was before at Royal FloraHolland, which is a highlight of the Netherlands. And we did take a tour around the premises, and it is huge.
It is. First of all, it's really nice of you to come here, to think of us. We have a visitor center here for tourists to visit us, obviously, when we're open.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier we had a visit, and maybe it's good for us to show everyone around.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have the video. So, I'm here with Auke Heijns from Royal FloraHolland. Auke, what is Royal FloraHolland? What do we see here and what is actually happening here?
Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
We're here in the international marketplace for flowers and plants, the biggest auction in the world. And what we see here is the division of all the flowers and plants that are brought by the growers to us and sold here and then transported worldwide.
Wow,
and,
unbelievable.
Yeah, and we are really a big corporation, a cooperative of some 4,000 growers. And they provide their products here and they sell it here. And we provide it to the world, so let's have a look.
Let's do that.
Safety first.
Safety first. So Auke, to be honest, it is my first time here at Royal FloraHolland. And I mean, what I see here is so huge, it's unbelievable. I'm sure there is developments when it comes to automation, digitalization, sustainability.
Yes.
What can you tell me?
Yes, well, actually we are, obviously we are doing this work here for over 100 years now. And the last couple of years we really try to innovate, both digitally but also in sustainability. So what you see here is obviously the distribution, which is still the same as we do for the last years, but at the same time the selling is done differently.
I see.
Normally, if you sell products, you could buy them here. We have some auction areas here,
Yeah.
where the products are showed and then auctioned, and then from there people can buy the products.
So the products are actually physically here, all of them.
That's what used to be, but that's changing.
Yeah.
So not everything is physically here. So what we see now is that two things. One is the buyers don't have to be here anymore. They buy remote.
I see.
And the second thing is that they buy from pictures. And that has changed in the years, because it used to be that every product you could see.
I see.
And still it's very important for the buyers that they see in advance what the quality of the product is.
Okay.
We have a division of types of qualities, A quality, B quality, etc.
And this is for the larger part in an automated process.
The buying and nothing is automated. So the price is made by the auctioneer. He sets the price, and then the highest bidder takes the product.
I see. Okay.
Dat zijn losse briefjes. Die worden erop geklemd per kar.
Ja.
En is iemand die checkt dat.
Ja.
Ja, hier is een nieuwe lading.
Dit komt overal ter wereld vandaan.
Ja. Rozen komt natuurlijk veel uit Nederland, maar ook veel uit Kenia en Ethiopië bijvoorbeeld.
Ja. So, Auke, can you tell me something about the sustainable facts about Royal FloraHolland? What is it that you do here to maintain sustainability?
Yeah, a very good question. Sustainability for us is really important. What you here, for example, see is that all the driving carts, they all are on electricity, and they get their electricity from our solar cells at the roof. We have all the products where you see the flowers where they put into. They are all from plastic, which is recycled and recycled again. So that's all sustainable. Obviously, we're also aiming not to get that many transportations here around Royal FloraHolland, but also from Meer to Naaldwijk or other areas as well, so that everything is divided very well. And we try together with growers also to get sustainable products, to get that more sustainable, and also with our buyers, since they obviously need even more sustainable products. So for us it's a big issue. Yeah. So here we are at our cart lift. This elevator makes it possible for us to transport all the flowers from here to the other side where the packaging is taking place. Normally that takes a car some half an hour, 45 minutes, and now it takes only 10 minutes to get all the products at the other area. And obviously we're a really big area. Just for your information, the complete of Royal FloraHolland is about Monaco, or Vaticaanstad, so you say. So it's a really big area.
It's like a small city.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. City of flowers.
City, exactly.
Yeah. What's your favorite cut flower?
My favorite cut flower would be, I can't tell anything but the orange Dutch tulip, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, did you know that the tulip is one of the top 3 best sold cut flowers? So
I'm not surprised, Auke.
No, of course. So did you know that we discussed sustainability, and we are aiming that as soon as possible, that in the upcoming years, that all the products that sold here, that they have to be sustainable. So everybody will have, all growers have to have a certificate.
I see.
In order to have a sustainable product.
And that would be an internationally accepted standard of certification.
Of course.
I see. Now, making the small jump to our masterclass, our disconnect, is that we are going to, well, who would have thought that out of tulip bulbs we can make a sustainable skincare product? Now, I can't wait to see, so let's go there. Back here at the studio from the auction floor, and with me at the table is Kim van Haaster, CEO and co-founder of Bloom Effects.
Hi.
Tell me everything about your brand.
Thank you for having me. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bloom Effects, and in a nutshell, what we are is the first beauty brand to harness the power of tulips. And I like to bring up the rose because we actually did a lot of research, as rose is the benchmark of the beauty industry. Whether you're buying mass products or prestige products, you use the rose. And so what we did was we actually got 2 government grants, Dutch government grants, because I should back up, my husband's Dutch. You can clearly hear from my accent that I'm not Dutch. I'm Australian, Asian, and I lived a long time in New York. And that's where I started my beauty executive experience, and I fell in love with a Dutch tulip farmer. Well, he's more of a bulb grower, I think is the right term, but we call him a tulip farmer.
Yes.
And I packed up my studio apartment in Manhattan. I quit my corporate beauty job, and I came for a quieter, more peaceful life in the Netherlands, and yeah, literally was frolicking through the tulip fields and inspired by the beauty of the tulips. So my husband got the 2 government grants, and what we found was we can actually support agriculture and support the farmers and support Mother Nature in terms of circular farming, reducing the waste of agriculture, and upcycling the bulbs, and taking the bulbs and using the stem cells to actually create our proprietary Dutch tulip complex. And we're the first ones to do it, and I'm very proud that I can represent a piece of Holland to the rest of the world, because you can clearly see that I'm more of a global citizen, and I can bring this to the United States.
Well, it sounds very innovative. Will you also be able to tell something about the production process, how it actually is being made?
Yes, of course. So Bloom Effects, we use the Dutch bulbs, we use my husband's bulbs, and we actually upcycle the waste. So I think in these days where we go to the grocery store, you're used to seeing uniform tomatoes, uniform zucchinis, but that's not what Mother Nature intended. And tulip bulbs are the same thing. Everyone wants uniformity. So there's irregular shaped, too small, too big, irregular shape. That's waste. And generally, the percentage of waste is anywhere between 6 and 10% waste. No one's doing anything with those. And so to reduce the carbon footprint of the bulb industry, what we do is we take the bulbs and we take that to the States. We extract the stem cells, and we use that in a blend in our proprietary Dutch tulip complex. And we actually manufacture all our products in America. So I know we have a lot of American viewers right now. And so this is really a marriage between the US and the Netherlands. So I'm proud that it's a perfect disconnect class for us at Bloom Effects. And in terms of what we found in the complex is that tulips are really thirsty flowers. That's why they grow so well here, because it rains so much. I'm sure you would agree. They hold their body weight in water, and they actually regenerate. They're one of the only flowers that continues to grow once they're cut from the bulb.
They grow in the vase.
And they grow in the vase. I thought it was my terrible flower arranging skills, but it wasn't. My husband said, no, honey, it's because they continue to grow that they're flopping over in the vase.
Exactly.
And all of that kind of difficulty that you have in a vase with tulips is actually a positive, because imagine what that does for your skin. It regenerates the skin. It's a natural humectant, which means it holds moisture, and they're all the good things that you want for glowy, youthful looking skin. So I can get into the regime.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Great.
So everyone should have got their discovery kit, and this is called the Dutch Discovery Kit, so actually perfect for this occasion. It comes in a 100% jute bag. This is organic jute. Again, sustainability is super important to our brand as well, not only in the packaging, but the upcycling of the tulip bulbs. You'll notice the texture of the tubes. These are all PCA wood tubes, and they're made out of sawdust, so that's why they've got the rough texture. Again, thinking about sustainability and our carbon footprint. We are a low plastic brand, so we use glass. And in your kit, you have mini versions. So this is a discovery kit. You get the jute bag, you get the headband, which I'll show you what you're going to use that for, the cleansing jelly, the Dutch dirt mask, and our Royal Tulip Nectar, which is actually our hero product, and that is a skin savior. So I'm going to get started. If you are not by the sink, then you need a bowl of water just to wash your face and a couple of towels. I feel like a cooking show. Here's something I prepared earlier. So I have really long hair, so I'm going to put this headband in. You can use it multiple ways. You can actually use it as a fashion accessory, but for me, I just like to use it to get my hair out of the way. So that's it's as simple as that. You just twist and then tuck in the ears, and my hair is out of place now. So the first step is the Royal Cleansing Jelly. And the Royal Tulip Cleansing Jelly is called Royal for a reason, because my husband's not just any old farmer. His family has been growing tulips for 115 years. They're 4th generation, and they service the British royal family. So we put royal in a lot of the name of our products. I'm going to be using the full size, but you should be using this mini tube here. So you'll notice the texture of the cleansing jelly. And when you buy the full size or have the full size available, it comes in a beautiful tulip spatula, and it's a lovely texture. With my Asian heritage, I'm really inspired by K-Beauty, and K-Beauty is so famous for different textures. So this I love because it is a jelly, and then as you put it on dry skin, it turns into an oil. And I have a full face of makeup, and there's no glamorous way to do this, I'm sorry. I'm going to get right in there. I'm going to clean my face. Make sure you clean the T-zone. And this is packed full of sodium lactate and hyaluronic acid, as well as our proprietary Dutch tulip complex. So what that does is it's going to gently exfoliate the skin, as well as plump and hydrate the skin. And you can see it's really transformed from that jelly to oil, melting away the makeup. And if you're not wearing makeup, it's cleaning away the dirt and the grime for the day. Now, if I was by the sink, I would just rinse off my face. And these days people say you need to double cleanse, and the reason why you double cleanse is it's kind of like showering with your clothes on. If you have makeup, it's like showering with your clothes on. So you want to remove your makeup first and then cleanse again. Because of time, I'm not going to double cleanse, but I'm just going to wipe away my full face of makeup. You can tell I've done this multiple times. Mm-hmm. Okay. How's that? I have a tiny mirror here. But you can see I'm cleansed. It's completely taken away my makeup. I feel dewy and glowy and plump and hydrated, not stripped, which is super important. And just to prove to you how effective it is, we have so much dirt and grime there. Now, because my face is still wet, I just want to show you one little trick. This actually does emulsify, so I'm going to add some water.
Can I ask you a question in between? I'm receiving a question from one of the audience, from our members of the audience. Mm-hmm. Are these products used by both women and men?
Yes, of course. Yeah, everyone needs to wash their face, and if they're not washing their face, then I have questions for them. Okay. Definitely, for sure. You should always wash your face.
Of course.
That's like just 101 clean skin hygiene. And if you're just washing with water, that's not good enough, because you think of using soap and shampoo. Everything that you do from the neck down, you should be doing from the neck up. Male, female, dog, cat, whoever you are. So that's the cleansing jelly. And so now I have clean skin. Now, the Dutch Dirt Mask is actually perfect for men and women. For women, it's going to clarify and detoxify. For men, you actually have thicker skin. And you have thicker skin because of the facial hair, and you actually have more oily skin. So you have more sebaceous glands, and you need to detoxify. And you have the complication of shaving as well. So you're more likely to get ingrown hairs and, acne and spots. So you really need to clarify and detoxify. And what better way to do that than Dutch Dirt Mask? And if you know the Netherlands, you know the region that my husband is from. It's Hillegom, Heemstede, Lisse, around where Keukenhof is, which is a very famous royal gardens for the tulips.
Yes, indeed.
That soil is so close to the dunes, and it's a mixture of not only clay, but it's sandy soil. So we've actually used Dutch dirt in our product, and that's why it's just simply called Dutch Dirt Mask. So I'm going to get straight into it now.
I believe these grounds are actually called, it's what I learned in school, the geestgronden. That's the official name. Okay. Well, literally translated spooky grounds, which is, of course, that's not the name, but that's a typical, it is a unique piece of land between the dunes and the tulip fields. So
and perfect for the tulips because it irrigates. They can water from underneath through the canal system, and again, from a sustainability perspective, it means they don't have to water from above, using less water. for more produce is what the Dutch are known for. And they're really like the best, in terms of sustainability, the best farmers in the world. Years ahead, David Attenborough talks about that in his most recent Netflix documentary. So from a heritage perspective, I know we're a very new brand. We're only a year and a half old, but I like to borrow my husband's family heritage and obviously the Dutch heritage in terms of sustainability, because you've been really paving the way in terms of sustainability. So yeah, we can give back to Holland by using the Dutch dirt mask, and it literally looks like dirt. Now, I have congestion around my T-zone area. I actually have quite a bit of eczema, and I suffer from eczema, dry, patchy, flaky skin, and I'll get into more of that when I talk about the last product. But for me, I get like blackheads and congestion around this area. So I'm just going to use it where I need it, and that is the T-zone. You're going to feel tingling. You're going to feel it activating right away. It's normal. I'm just going to tell you that, because there's floral acids in this and AHAs, which again are a type of chemical acids, and these are all good things. You want to chemically and physically exfoliate your skin. The reason why we need to exfoliate is because as we get older, I should say, you don't shed your skin enough. You think of a baby's skin, and it's plump and juicy and succulent and soft and just a baby skin, very, very plump and youthful. But that's because their cell turnover is so fast and rapid. As we get older, we end up getting really dry, really kind of wrinkly, and think of a grape versus a raisin. And so what we want to do is exfoliate and shed that skin more quickly and help rejuvenate the skin and look younger and plumper. So I'm going to just wait until that sets. Because of time, usually I would wait about 5 or 10 minutes. You can wait up to 20 minutes depending on how oily your skin is and how detoxifying you need it. But you should feel it tightening and firming, and it dries. So if you don't have time during the week actually to mask, and you should always take time for yourself, self-care is very important, but if you don't have time, just put it in the shower and use it as a scrub, especially if you're shaving as well as a man. It's really important to exfoliate, so it will reduce your ingrown hairs, I promise you. So I'm gonna just remove.
So I'm wondering whether our audience is also actively participating in using these special products. I'm not sure. Here behind me.
Is anyone getting into it? I see some Dutch dirt masks. How does it feel?
Very good. Matthijs, you are not participating? No? I put something on my hand.
You can try it in the shower.
Very good, Bart.
Actually, I cycle through the area every day. So, Lisse, Hillegom and the Dunes, that's my area for cycling. So I learn a lot from you now, so it's very interesting. And I will try it out.
Kijk maar.
Okay. Fantastic. We also have some very young participants, I see.
I have a little baby girl. She's 1.5, and she loves the texture of the PCA tubes. And she uses the products too. And she loves the nectar, which I'm getting to, which is our third one. Okay, so I've washed my face. And I wish you could feel what I'm feeling if you've tried the products, but it's like a smooth, tightening sensation. I feel less rough. I can feel that my blackheads have been extracted out. It's just, I feel younger. And it's my birthday soon, so I'm a bit, I'm needing some help. So, okay, the last product is our Royal Tulip Nectar. And this actually has 2 varieties. There's a nectar and there's a nectar echinacea. And I just want to talk to the reason why we're called bloom effects. And I didn't call it tulip effects. Obviously, our proprietary Dutch tulip complex is in everything we do, and we celebrate tulips. I called Hein a tulip farmer, but he's a lot more than that. His family actually does what they call crop rotation, which is very common in the Netherlands, but somewhere like Australia or even the States, crop rotation isn't that common. And crop rotation is a really important part of sustainability because you don't deplete the soil of its natural resources. And because of crop rotation, they need to grow different varieties of flowers to give back to Mother Nature and replenish the soil. And that's why we're not called tulip effects, but we're called bloom effects, because there's a whole bouquet of Dutch tulips that we can use. Because of the crop rotation, they can't grow the same crop, I think, 7 years. Every 7 years it is the same, it repeats.
It repeats, I see.
Yes, exactly.
But do you mean that different kinds of tulips or different kinds of flowers?
Different kind of flowers.
I
So
see.
calendula, chamomile, crocus, lilies. The bouquet is endless, and that's why we called ourselves bloom effects, because we're really a celebration of Dutch flowers, not just the tulip, even though the tulip is one of the third most famous flower now, I've learned. So Royal Tulip Nectar is really my saving grace. I described before that I have eczema, and it's been a condition that I've had since I was born, and it's actually the reason why I was so passionate about skincare growing up, because I was always treated like a patient, going in and out of dermatologists. As a Southeast Asian person growing up in a Western culture and a Western society, I was eating a lot of Western food, and that doesn't sit well with my DNA.
Right.
And so I am atopic, which is hay fever, eczema, asthma. So we've made all of our products very suitable for sensitive skin. Clean beauty is very important to us. From a clean beauty perspective, the FDA bans about 16 ingredients. The EU bans 1,600 ingredients. But our clean standard is the Credo clean standard, and Credo is very famous in the States for the people watching from the States. We're also Blue Mercury and QVC and Bloomingdale's and Neiman's and Saks. But our Credo clean standard bans 2,500 ingredients. So clean is very important to us. And the reason why I'm even more passionate about clean beauty is because when I was pregnant with my little girl, I couldn't use the cortisones and steroids that I was using that my dermatologist prescribed for me. And I had to go cold turkey, and I had to find a solution for my eczema. And that's how the Royal Tulip Nectar was born. So it's a beautiful, almost like honey jam texture. It looks good enough to eat. And what you want to do is use the tiniest amount. So the tulip spatula helps dose, but here in your kit you have a little trial size, which is this little tube here. So I would use half a pea size, probably gone a little bit too heavy there. You warm it up between your fingertips, and you see the ointment transform into a serum. And this serum is super luxurious, and it melts right into the skin. And what you want to do is pat into the skin so it really absorbs, and you get an instant glowy, dewy effect. Now I'm going to say I look like a glazed donut, but that is a good thing. You want to look like a glazed donut, because that is what all the kids are doing on Instagram these days. But the more dewy and glowy you look, the more youthful you look. And then I do have some excess, and this is a head to toe salve. So I'm going to put it on my cuticles, I can put it on my arms, I can use it on my dry cracked heels, on my elbows. You know, for my farmer husband, he gets really terrible cracked hands and calluses. He uses this on his hands. When he's sunburnt and he has the farmer sunburn, he uses this as a salve to really nourish and protect his skin. So it is suitable for men and women. Just think, when is your skin compromised? When does it need healing and nourishment? When do I feel uncomfortable after sun, or with my eczema or dermatitis, or even if you have some open cuts from shaving? Use this as a head to toe salve to really protect and treat your skin and nourish your skin. And you can use it as a moisturizer like I just did, or put on a thick layer, go to bed, wake up feeling like a duchess. Or you can use it as a 15-minute facial mask. So like the mask that we used with the Dutch Dirt mask, you can use this as a 15-minute facial and then rinse off for glowy, dewy skin. So that is the Royal Tulip Nectar.
Fantastic. Has everybody actively participated? I see all nice and clean faces. Fantastic, except Matthijs. Too bad. Yeah.
How does everyone feel? I hope that you feel the nourishment of the nectar. Now, if you do feel slightly sticky, you have used a little too much, so maybe next time use a little bit less. But you will find that it does sink into the skin. You've masked, so you can go to sleep with this, and in the morning you'll still feel the nourishment. You'll still wake up feeling dewy and glowy. One thing that I do want to call out is that in our ingredients, I talked about bloom effects and I talked about the fact that we celebrate all blooms, but we are a marriage of science and nature. And I like to say that it's a head and a heart story, our brand story. The heart part is, you know, this girl who lived in New York, who was working in corporate beauty, met a guy on the dance floor, happens to be a Dutch tulip farmer, and he encourages me to quit my job and move to the Netherlands. So that's the heart part of it. And the head part is really the government grants, the fact that the Dutch government has supported us in the sustainability, circular farming and upcycling. We give back to Mother Nature. We're a sustainable brand. We're clean beauty as well, so we don't have toxins in our products. And obviously we are the first to harness the power of tulips. And this is all about celebrating florals. So I think it's a perfect opportunity to celebrate the tulip.
I think that was a great story.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's now time to take a group picture. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, as in taking the picture from everybody on screen, or how should we do that in the audience. I'm looking at production here, at my dear colleague Pinar. Okay, so should we, okay, but we can't move because we need to keep our distance, unfortunately. What should we do?
Let's just look
okay.
this side and then maybe move a little bit.
Move a little bit, okay, fine, so we'll, you can move in, guys. Okay.
Good one, actually. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Safe distance.
Thank you very much. So, Kim, once again, thank you.
you.
It has been very, very interesting indeed. I think we'll move on to our guest again. Ruben, yes. Would you mind? So we'll now switch positions. So, after this beauty contest, here we are back again. You were trained by famous, at least I know he's famous, Wim Hof. He's called the Dutch Iceman. Why is that?
Yeah, Wim Hof is from the Netherlands, and he actually got famous because of his records going into the ice. And a lot of years people saw him a little bit as a circus artist, because he only did stunts. But then he started to help people as well, and people started to recognize the power of these breathing exercises and his ice baths. And nowadays he gets all over the world, so he's an Oprah and all famous podcasts he's on, and everybody around, well, I think in the Netherlands you see everybody jumping in the canals and in the lakes, but you see it on the whole world, that people are jumping into the cold water and practice his
Because
things.
what happens if you jump into ice cold water? What is it that you naturally start to do?
Did you ever try it?
Yes, I did, and that's what you do.
Yes, indeed.
And
so,
but is that the right way to do or not?
It's not the wrong way,
okay.
But it's easier when you calm down your breath. So normal response of your body, the cold is a trigger for your body, so your breathing will go up and you're going to breathe very, very quick. And but you can calm down your body and your adrenaline response by exhaling, by breathing slower.
I see.
And that makes it a lot easier, and then you can really relax and enjoy the cold water. And after 1 minute, when the adrenaline is getting out of the body, you will notice that you get a sort of peace, and it feels like a hot tub.
Okay. So is that you're going to do a concluding meditation, right?
Yes.
Now.
Yep. Yes, and that's the famous Wim Hof breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a few rounds of his breathing, and it's a very beautiful way to get inside. So the people at home mostly are traveling and looking on the whole world, and this is a great way to see your inner world and see what kind of emotions are inside. And it's a beautiful way to get inwards. So if we're ready, then let's start it.
Is this an exercise which we also could do once we're back to traveling again? Who knows, in the near future?
Oh.
Is it something you can do, let's say, on board of a train or an airplane, not behind the steering wheel of the car, of course?
Yes, indeed. So not behind
No.
the steering wheel, not in a place like if you do it during swimming or something. That's not the way to do it.
No.
But I use it every day in the morning. When I wake up, that's the first thing I do is those breathing exercises, and they really help me to get grounded and go for the day. Other people use them when they go sleeping, to calm down the body, and when the body is calmed down, the cortisol levels will drop, then melatonin, the sleeping hormone, will rise, and you will fall asleep.
I see.
So it's really a perfect way to, it's a real life hack.
Okay, well,
yeah. Let's do it.
Show us.
Yeah, so first, before we're going to start, I'm going to explain a few things. And the breathing exercises, what can happen, you're going to breathe more intense than normally. So normally your breathing is quite shallow, unless you're doing some sports, then you really use your whole lungs to breathe.
Yes.
And this one's also you're going to use your belly and your chest to breathe, and you're going to feel sensations in your body. So it's possible that you feel tinglings or a little bit lightheaded, and it's possible that you feel very relaxed or a little bit more tensed, and that's all okay. If you don't like the sensations, it's always possible to stop, and of course you shouldn't stop breathing, but you can go back to your own breathing rhythm, which is normally a little bit slower. We're gonna breathe a few rounds, and in this round you use your nose to inhale, then you exhale with your mouth. I'm gonna count, so you don't need to count. At the last time you're gonna exhale, and then you stop breathing for 1 minute. If you're going to make it. So if you have to breathe after 30 seconds, that's fine.
Okay.
But try to get to the 1 minute. Then after that minute, you inhale. You hold that breath for 10 seconds, like it's your first breath here on this planet. And really enjoy it, put a big smile on your face. Then you exhale, and you go into the next round.
I see.
And you can forget my explanation and just start to do it. Because I'm going to explain it during the session as well.
Okay.
You only have to close and follow my instructions. And again, if you don't like it or you have enough, you just stop breathing and you go back to your normal breathing. Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Close your eyes.
Everybody at home also participating actively? Yes. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, close my eyes.
So go with your attention to your breath again. Then put your hands on your belly and start to breathe to your belly. Some people are very good belly breathers, others are more chest breathers. But we're now going to start with breathing to our belly. Preferably with our nose, but if our nose is stuck, you can also use your mouth. And then we'll start into the first round. Inhale deeply, use your belly, your chest, and let go. Breathe in fully, and let go. Use your belly and your chest, breathe in fully. Exhale with your mouth. And it's good to make some sound when you exhale. Like you're really relaxing. Inhale. And let go. Open your mouth fully and now go to your own breathing rhythm. So follow your own rhythm and use your full lungs to breathe. Follow up your belly, follow up your chest, and then exhale. We're going to do 3 breaths. And at the last breath, we exhale and then we stop breathing. So last one, fully in. Exhale. And stop breathing. Now, at this moment, you don't have to do anything. Just observe what's happening in your body. Maybe you feel already the tinglings or other sensations. That's all fine. When you feel the urge to breathe again, you take a deep, deep breath. And you hold that breath for 10 seconds. After that, you let go and you slowly start for the next round. When you didn't breathe yet, take a deep inhale now. Hold it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. And we slowly start into the next round. Fully in and let go. Fully in. Fully in. Fully in. Use your belly, use your chest. And every time when you exhale, try to relax your body, to try to release all the tension in your body, all the muscle tension, but also your thoughts. Let it go. Fully in. Five more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and then the last one, fully in, then exhale, stop breathing, and feel again what's happening in your body. Maybe you feel a little bit lightheaded, maybe you feel some tinglings, just observe it. And when you feel the urge to breathe again, breathing stimulus, you take a deep breath, you hold it for 10 seconds, put a big smile on your face, that's always good to do, from ear to ear. Yeah, so when you're okay and you don't want to continue, you can always go back to your own breathing. That's all fine. So if you didn't breathe yet, then take a deep inhale now. Hold it, enjoy it, put a big smile on your face. And let go. We slowly go into the next round. And you can decide yourself if you go on your normal pace or you go a little bit faster, if you want it more intense. Fully in and let go. Fully in. Breathe, fully using your belly and your chest. Exhale with your mouth and let go of all the tension. Use your belly, use your chest. And every time you exhale, let go of tension in your body, in your face, your chest. Fully in and let go. 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and the last one, fully in. Exhale and stop breathing. And again, feel, observe your body and accept all the emotions or all the feelings that come up. Emotions are actually very good. It's like colors of your life. When you feel the urge to breathe again, you take that deep inhale. And you hold it, you put a big, big smile on your face. A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Good. And after that, you slowly go back to your normal breathing rhythm. And the last thing we're going to do is a checkout. So in the beginning of the session, we did a check-in of 1 minute. Now we're going to do a checkout. And during that checkout, I will count the time again of 1 minute. You observe how many inhales you had, but also how you feel at the moment. Maybe compared with the beginning. So we will start in 5 seconds. And you just have to count your inhales. 3, 2, 1, and start. And stop. Slowly open your eyes again. Share with us how you feel. And that doesn't need to be always positive. So if you feel less or feel a little bit more stressed than in the beginning, also share it, that's fine. And share how many times you were inhaling compared with the other time. Maybe you feel very relaxed now.
So, Tadea, were you taking less or more breathe-ins?
Less this time.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, couple of less.
And Gail, how about you? Did more, I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, there's no good or wrong answer, is it?
No, there is no good or wrong answer.
No, I see.
But in general, what you see is a few minutes of breathing is already lowering your heart rate, lowering your breathing, and you get really into the relax mode. It's actually very easy to relax your body.
Yeah. So it does. Well, I think it was really, really interesting. I think it also deserves some more time than here in a hot studio.
Yeah.
But I would like to thank you and, of course, our audience. I hope that you feel pampered and relaxed and cleaned, which I believe was also very, very well to do. Thank you again, Kim. So, does anyone have final questions? Yes, I have some questions here on the screen. It's for Auke. Is the building you are located now the same place as the flower auction?
Yes, that's the same premises it is. Yeah.
It is the same. Okay. Any questions coming in? For now, no. Then I believe it's 8 o'clock here in the Netherlands, right on the dot, on the spot, 1 hour of relaxation through breathing exercises, relaxation through the unique tulip or bloom effects products from Kim, the hostmanship of Auke, of course my dear colleague Pinar here in the background, taking care of everything which should be taken care of, and of course our partners here back in the Netherlands. We look forward to perhaps welcome you in another Disconnect Masterclass in the near future. For now, I would call it a night here in the Netherlands. Thank you again for being with us and hope to see you next time, either online or live in the near future. Thank you for being with us again. Thank you.
Bye.